This is it then. It is low, wide and short. It has 150 horsepower and it weighs just under a ton. And it has the coolest doors in its class.
Sounds very promising.
Just listen how angry it is. Just wants to go faster and faster. This engine, it just wants to rev, wants to go up and up and up. Driving this car, you finally realize what everybody is talking about. The car journalist, the car enthusiast, what driving actually is. You can feel the steering. You can feel every bump on the road. You can feel when you make a mistake. And I'm saying feeling a lot right now because in most cars, that's not a part of the driving experience. You just sit in it and drive. Which is why I don't really give a fuck that most cars will be electric. But this recipe is something we will never ever see again. I love this car, even though it is absolutely stupid. Just before we start, these videos take a lot of time, and especially in the beginning of YouTube, every subscriber counts. So leave a like, comment, and follow for more. So why is it that stupid? Well, for instance, you cannot wear in here anything other than black. Why? The engine is mounted directly at your spine. After about 30 minutes, hot air will flow from the back into the cabin, making it an open roof sauna. Then you have the interior, which is more Spartan than an Amish carriage. The only luxuries you get are the ones that are enforced by law, like the wipers and lights. The sitting position is awful. It's like they designed the whole car and then realized, wait, something is missing. Right. The seats. So they just kind of put them in here. The steering wheel will saw your legs off. And there's no proper way to adjust it. The only way is to rip away the upholstery, so you can choose between having an awful ride or keeping your legs. So if you decide not to remove half the seat, you will have an even bigger problem, because this pillar is right in front of your eyes. Probably because the windshield was an optional extra. And then you look at the floor and think, did the child weld this? Even back then, this car was as expensive as a Boxster, nearly 45,000 euros in today's money. And seeing this, it all just doesn't make sense. But then again, this car still costs 45,000 euros, which in itself is an incredible achievement. No other car in this price range managed to do this. So you start thinking, what makes it this special? First, there are only a very few ever made. Only around 1,800 were produced. Then is its styling. It is low, nearly as wide as long, and the beautiful doors. Even in Zurich, amongst all expensive Ferraris and Porsches, this stands out. But the centerpiece is this inline 4.
Mansell pulls out alongside from the slipstream of Senna. He's right.
Renault was the engine king back then. They were dominating F1 with Williams. And this know-how is clearly noticeable in this car. This 4-cylinder is powerful and it loves to rev. It is fitted with 16 valves and an extra light flywheel, which makes it practically a Porsche ST. The fact that it looks like it was built in someone else's shed makes it even more special. This car really has zero creature comforts. They didn't even care to put a door handle outside the door. There's really nothing in here. From the 3 buttons, one is a poverty button. But that's not why you buy this car, right? You buy it because it is a racing car. It has a hard clutch and a nice mechanical gear lever. So, I'll say, let's take it for a drive. The nice thing about this car is you really have to learn to drive it because it is not easy. It has a lovely kind of super mechanical hearing experience. You feel, you hear how clunky it is. Ah, shit. It's not an easy car to drive. It makes you so happy when you manage to heel and toe properly, and sometimes you miss a gear, sometimes it doesn't get in properly, sometimes you will stall the car like I did in the beginning, and it is a really rewarding driving experience. And the engine is such a blast. When you go all the way up to 6,000 RPM, it's just howling. The car is very wide. I don't know why they decided to make it such a wide car, but it is as wide as some modern Ferraris. And it feels like it's a bit unnecessary because even with this car, you want to drive down some mountain roads, and when a car comes towards you, you're a little bit like this. You're just hoping you don't hit anything. This car is so close at being perfect. It has the right amount of power that you can actually use on the road. But it feels like the engineers were too focused on engineering the car. They completely forgot the piece of meat in the middle. It is tough to ride this car, and if you are ever stuck in traffic, especially in summer, it is a horrible experience. The clutch is really hard. The problem is this car just doesn't feel at home. It feels like it wants to go on a racetrack or some mountain road, which is such a shame because it would be such a good car. They just went a little bit too hardcore on it. So let's do a little bit. In the 90s, Renault wanted to prove the world that they still had it, that they could build a great sports car, but they didn't. What they did is building a great race car. It even had its own racing series, which was a stepping stone for many racing drivers. It is a purebred, a very French purebred, and for that, you just have to love it. All right. Hey, did you like this review? If you want to see more videos like this, click right here. And for those who stuck around, I forgot to shout out the boot. And it has a surprisingly decent sized boot. Look at here. It's perfect. It has room for you, your wife, and your kid. So subscribe, stick around, and I'll see you in the next one.